first came to Salisbury, a small country town of just over 30,000 people, the centre overlooked by the spire of Salisbury Cathedral, the tallest in Europe. Back then everyone seemed to know everyone, but now with the high-speed rail link to London, it was full of people making the daily commute up to the capital after being forced out by the exorbitant price of property. Not that Salisbury was much cheaper. Most people visiting the city back then, even today, did not know much about it other than it was only 8 miles from Stonehenge, a Neolithic monument to an ancient people. Tremayne had visited, only seen a pile of big stones. But then he had no interest in the past, other than when it related to a horse he fancied that was running. Tremayne knew what he was, not that it bothered him. Others may be there with their laptops and smartphones, SMSing each other using their disjointed language. But if you wanted to talk to him, you phoned his old Nokia. He'd read the messages, but never send one back. Clare had tried to bring him up to date, but she had given in soon enough. And she was a tenacious woman. "Where's the body?" Tremayne asked as he entered the house, a substantial 2-story detached building. "Upstairs in the bedroom," Jim Hughes, the crime scene investigator, said. He was 32 years of age, and although he had blended in well at the police station, Tremayne still had his reservations. Anyone younger than 50 was suspect to him. "Are you up to this, Yarwood?" Tremayne asked. She had told him to call her Clare, but that wasn't his style. She knew he liked her in his peculiar way, but there was no way he intended to let his guard down. "If you are." "It might turn your stomach," Hughes advised. "Not me," Tremayne replied with his typical dismissive manner, especially juniors who drew a bigger salary than him, which excluded his sergeant. She received a pittance, barely enough to pay the rent on her 1-bedroom flat and to feed 2 cats. Even so, she had no intention of complaining. Her parents had offered her the management of the hotel they owned, but she had declined. She had avidly watched the British cop shows on TV ever since she was young, and she was where she wanted to be, even if another dead body would give her the creeps. She remembered a body they had fished out from the river 3 months earlier, accidental drowning, trapped in the reeds that lined the banks on either side. After 2 weeks in the water, the once pretty female was not easy to look at. And then, to add insult to injury, Tremayne had insisted she tell the parents that they had found their daughter. "You can do it," he had said on the way over. "I'm not sure if I can." "I'm throwing you in the deep end on this one. It's not all fun in the police service. We've all learned to do it." She remembered how she fumbled, her legs shook, and her stomach rumbled when she told the parents. The mother broke down in tears. The father remained stoic. Outside, Tremayne gave his assessment. "You did well. Better than me the first time. From here on, it's your job." Clare had smiled meekly in return. "Thanks." "My pleasure." The 2 police officers at Castle Road ascended the stairs. Hughes walked in front of them. "What can you tell us about the deceased?" Tremayne asked. "The man's name was Eric Langley. Not a lot more to tell at the present moment. Reclusive by all accounts." "How do you know that?" "The man had a carer. She found him." "Where is she?" Clare asked. "She's next door." "Uniform with her?" "Of course." At the top of the stairs, the 3 turned to their left. A smell of burnt flesh permeated the air. Clare held a handkerchief to her nose. "You're wasting your time," Hughes said. "Wait until you get in the room." Tremayne entered first. "Jesus," his first word. "I've not seen anything like it before." "I warned you." "Yarwood, you'd better not come in if you're squeamish," Tremayne advised. Even from where she was, Clare could smell death, which was not pleasant. She knew her reaction before she entered. But she was a police sergeant, and it was her job. She intended to go in regardless of her inspector.